So last year, I I had a comment on one of my videos, and this person was talking about the fear of intimacy postpartum. So I just came on here to address that because I feel like I've never seen a video on that. I've never seen a video on that. I have 3 kids. For those who don't know me, my name is Vipila. I'm a mother of 3. I have a 4-year-old and 2-year-old twins. This year they're all turning, 5 and 3 respectively. Anyway, so my first delivery was natural, my second C-section. And I just came on here to say that I literally bookmarked in my head. So I need to talk about that because I remember, well, I because I have both experiences of delivering, um, I felt like I could talk from both perspectives, I guess, personal experience. But I just want to come on here and say to new mommies, first time mommies especially, but mommies in general, like, I remember with my first born, that was a second degree tear. Guys, that was a second degree tear. So, the nurse was going to give me an episiotomy where they cut your perineum. You know, that part between your anus and your vaginal opening. So, they will look at the head, like, is it going to come out properly or do you need to cut? Because if you just tear on your own, it might go anywhere it was to go, really. So this nurse was like, okay, I did my first push, and I think my second push, then I felt the ring of fire, meaning the head is there, right? So I think she wanted me to wait, but she didn't communicate that. Okay, like, wait. Now when a contraction came, she said push on contraction. So when the third contraction came and it was time for my third push, I pushed and the baby flew out, and I have a tear, but you don't feel any of that during delivery. You don't feel any pain, honestly. During the pushing, yeah, during delivery. So I had a second degree tear because I just pushed and this baby flew out, and she literally looked at my vagina. She was like, I need to call the doctor. And she put my baby in an incubator in the same room as me, in the same delivery room. Incubator, and after the skin to skin and the wrapping and all of that, and the wrapping up the baby, put her in an incubator and went to go look for a doctor. I think she couldn't find a doctor, so she came back. She was like, okay, let's pray. I think I've spoken about that nurse in like the story time I did with my first delivery. Like, she was an angel, literally. And when I think about it now, that, like, oh my god, I don't want these tangents in my videos. Anyway, never mind. But she was literally an angel. So she prayed throughout everything she was praying. So now she's like, let's pray, I'm gonna do this myself. And she did it. And I remember she was using a pad so that she can push back the flesh. This is TMI. If you're not a mother, it's gonna be TMI. But she literally had to push back the flesh, like, inside my vagina, push it back so that she doesn't stitch anything that she shouldn't be stitching, right? So she's using the pad to also catch the blood and prevent the blood from, I guess, obscuring her view, I guess. I don't know. But it was just like, prevent the blood from getting to the cut so that she can sew bila. I can't know what's going on. So she does that. She's pressing a pad into my vagina, literally, and she's like stitching from inside out. So my tear was like deep, right? So she had to stitch inside out. And so with that said, that was very traumatic to the body. It was traumatic. And honestly, for me, I think I started having sex at 20. I felt pregnant at 22. I had my child at 23. So, like, guys, like, when I started having sex, I was not living with my boyfriend. So it was not a we're living together. Like it was not a. For example, if you have sex with someone you live with, it's more frequent, right? It's more frequent. If you're married, you're having sex with your husband, or if you're living with your partner, you're having sex with your partner, it's frequent. It's multiple times a week. It's, all of that. But sex when you live apart is like once a month. There was a time we went a whole year without having sex. After we got back together, we did not have sex. I was not about to do that. That's a story for another day. But I think I've already told that story. But anyway, so during the 2 year from 21 to 22, there was a whole from 20 to 22, there was a whole 8 months to a year we were not sexually active. So you know like anyway, and even when you are like, it's once a month, once in 2 months, maybe twice a month if you're lucky. Whenever you see each other and he's working, at some point I was working, like, all of that, all those dynamics. So your sexual identity is not really like tried. Like the stamp is not tried. Like, okay, this is like, you don't know your body yet. You don't, like, it's just, guys, it's just getting to know yourself at that time, right? And your body and whatever sexually. So after the stitching, I was so, and obviously before we get to the scare part, I never even thought about it. Like, I stopped thinking about myself as a sexual being. I'm living with this man, and I literally went home for 2 weeks. So this means I go home for 2 weeks, I'm back. And yeah, so he was there with me, and at some point he has to go to work. He goes to work, and yeah, he took paternity leave, and then he goes back to work, and I'm alone with the child. Like, I was just taking care of my child and healing, and um salt water thing, like rinsing yourself with salt, like just healing, like the bleeding, the all of that, right? When that was done and it was time to talk about, intimacy, right? Yeah, I was like, actually, and I remember telling him, so like, I am scared. Like, Baba, I'm so scared. I don't want you to think anything. So I would say that, like, express to if you live with your partner, even if you don't, but like, if you're not ready, express to your partner that I'm not ready, especially if they bring it up. So I was like, I'm not ready, and this is why. Like, my tear was deep, and I've always I've always washed my vulva with my hand. Sorry guys, I had to check something. I've always washed my vulva with my hand because um like, I just felt like it was cleaner because I can wash my hand and I'm able to feel what's going on with my body. You know what I mean? So even in pregnancy, guys, wash your parts with your hand. Okay, your backside, I understand, but like, wash your lady parts with your hand. The top part you have to scrub and exfoliate, all of that, it's fine. But inside, it's super sensitive. Use your hand, take your fingers, like, and like, feel out what's going on, because you could get, what are these things? Warts. You can get warts, you can have, your hemorrhoids can come out of your anus. Like, you can have hemorrhoids like around your anus on the outside, instead of like, is it a rectum? Inside, in the rectum, whatever. So you have to always feel out what's going on, check, like, if you feel something, grab a mirror. I remember, like, my partner would have to take pictures, like, what's going on, Papa? I'm feeling this. He would have to like take a flashlight sometimes, take pictures and show me, like, all of that. You must know what it feels like when it's normal, what it looks like when it's normal, all of that jazz. So I remember telling him, like, I can feel that my stitches are all out, ne? But I don't know, like, I'm still scared. Like, this is physical trauma also. It's not just the, like, thinking and overthinking and what if no. It's also like physical trauma that like I'm scared, am I healed? I'm scared it might be painful, I'm scared it might feel different, and all of that jazz. So I explained to him that listen, I am scared. And okay, we were like, okay, I don't know when I'll be ready. Cool. So after 4 months, I remember I was like, okay, I think I'm, I think I'm ready. After 4 months, we tried. We failed. I think we failed once or twice because I was scared. Honestly, like I was scared. I think I was ready because I was like, it's been 4 months. Come on, I'm fine. I'm chilled. I don't think about it like that anymore. But yeah, no, I couldn't get there. Like, no, physically, I was like, I just couldn't get to a certain level of pleasure and relaxation. I was just like, I am nervous. I can't do this. So we had to stop, and fine, things went back to normal. But we tried after 4 months, right? And I had to express to him, this is how I feel. I don't know when I'll be ready. I do not know. Some people go on longer. Some people go on for a year, for years without having, being intimate with their partner. And with my second pregnancy, that's what happened. Even though nothing happened to the lady down there, but I think it's still an activity. It's still a physical activity, right? And my C-section. So what happened was, let me just give context. I went home during my pregnancy, maybe like into second trimester, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. I went home, and what happened? I was home after giving birth. Excuse me. After giving birth, I was home for a year. Like, I was home for a whole year. And then we came back after that year. And I think after giving birth, we started being intimate. After, I don't know. Was it a few months after I gave birth, or was it a year? I don't remember. I think we started being intimate a whole year after. Honestly, I'm not sure, but like, I was living at home, guys. We started being intimate after a while. It was longer than the first one, and it wasn't a fear thing. It wasn't a whatever thing. But I remember when it was time, when it just happened organically. When it happened, I I was afraid for my scar, right? Because my scar is so low. It is low, like it is right above my pelvic bone. It is so low, and I can wear the lowest cut bikini. Like, it is low. So thank you to my doctors. My cut is so low, but that means it's very close to the lady. You know what I mean? So yeah. So now when you're busy bumping and grinding, it's just like, oh no, and then yeah. So that was the difference, is that this time it was not fear. you know I think also with C-section, it's also a different kind of trauma. Like, it's also a different level of it's a different type of physical trauma to the body. Like, you can see it. I think with vaginal, like, you have stitches, you heal, it's fine. I don't think I have a scar on my vagina. I highly doubt I have a scar. But yeah, I haven't seen a scar on my vagina. But I see the scar every day. Like, I see, even now I don't see it anymore. But like, at first you see it every day, and you can feel the bumps and the stitching, and you can feel all of it. And during the act, you can also feel when it's touched or pressed on, and just a lot mentally. But yeah, the two experiences were different, but still we waited. And I know there are women who just like, I couldn't wait, I couldn't whatever, but I'm not like, my relationship with sex is also very different. Like my relationship with sex, it's so different. Like I don't believe in recreational sex. I like, it's so different. I feel like for the people who've been on my channel for some time, know that I have like very conservative, if you will, views. Yeah, I feel like they can come across as conservative because they're like, yeah, I just have different views. My opinions are very unpopular, but I just wanted to make this video because, guys, like, when you have babies as a young woman, you're still getting to know your body. So it's okay to feel like, I feel thrown off. Like, you feel thrown off. Like, you feel thrown off. Like, you still adjust to how you look naked, you know? And for me, there wasn't much change physically. It was just the fear. There wasn't much change. I didn't gain weight. I did lose I lost a lot of weight. But obviously, Ashiwa, the boss to heal. Hi, what's up? What to do? You didn't sleep long, guys. What happened? Who woke you up? Me and Kawan Haisi, that's all of you. Yeah. So you all woke each other up. Eating. I have to go now. I have to end my video abruptly because everyone's like, what is that? Okay guys, I need to go. My phone is about to fall over because now people are awake. Are you eating? I'll see you guys next time. I don't know if I said everything I needed to say, but ooh, Gabo, go play with Bimbi. Go play with Bimbi. Go play with Bimbi. Go play with Bimbi. Yay! It's a bunny, honey. Gabo is very loud. Go show Bimbi the bunny. Go show Bimbi. Wow. Go show Bimbi the bunny hopping on the couch. Anyway, I need to go. I don't know if I've said everything I needed to say, but I just wanted to say, like, give yourself grace. Only when you're ready, and I hope you have partners that allow you to, you know, listen to your body and your feelings and all of that jazz.